she has to get things started. Yeah, well...
How long have you been going to that church, Grandma?
Oh, 1953.
Ah.
I hadn't joined any church until then, but I'd gone to a lot of churches, but
Yeah.
I don't know, they just never seem to interpret the Bible like these people do. They go by the Bible and the Bible only.
We met your pastor. He likes creation science.
Who?
Creation science. Your pastor there.
He likes
He's a young man.
science?
Creation science, where God created the world and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a nice man.
Now, which one was that? I wonder. We have three of them.
Well, he's a young man.
Young man,
he's tall, little tall and
that was
slim.
John. Yeah, Pastor John. What's his last name? Can't even think of it. He's the one that was in Ireland.
Mm.
And he has such a good health, we have a real good health message, you know. We a lot like you folks, you know. And up there in Ireland, he applied some of that to these, you know, I don't think they were converts or anything, but he cured a man of his, he hadn't worked for a couple of years, I guess. It wasn't an old man either. And he told him what to do naturally, and that guy came out of it and went back to work, and boy, I tell you, he couldn't have enough praise for that.
Hmm.
He just gave him some charcoal treatments, I think it was fomentations, you know, and it was all in his abdomen somewhere, and told him how to eat more healthful, you know, and he came right out of it. And then everybody would come and around from different houses and listen to what he had to say, you know. And they were just really thrilled.
Hmm.
Does this sock there, and I don't recognize it.
It looks like mine.
Probably is. You might have dropped it when you
Might have dropped it. I thought I had two socks in my
feet Saturday. And they brought in a lot of sun worshippers in their church, and they changed it. That's where the idols came from, in their church. They never had it before. And it was the Catholics that changed the day. Nobody but, and they claim it. You can ask any of the higher ups, and they brag about it because they changed it from Saturday to Sunday, and the whole world follows.
I didn't know that.
But you read in the Bible what it says about the Sabbath. There's only one Sabbath.
Yeah.
And that's the one that Lord
rested.
after he created the world. He rested on the seventh day, and it's never changed.
Mm.
All through the calendars, all through history, that date has never changed.
Yeah.
There's been some days taken out of the months, but not that.
Yeah.
And one day, that Pope of Rome's going to come over here, and he's going to try to change our Constitution and everything, even the Sunday law. It's coming. It says in the Bible. It's predicted in the Bible.
So what is the Sunday law? Where?
That you have to worship on Sunday.
Oh.
And that's where it says when you can't buy or sell if you don't keep Sunday, the people that keep Saturday, they're just out of luck. I mean, they're good. And that will be the time when the Lord will come. Because he will not reject, you know, or...
Let a man-made law take over.
no, that's right.
Yeah.
But, you know, the world's kept Sunday for so long, they won't believe it.
I'll show you this little frog.
They won't.
In the rainforest of Puerto Rico, they have little frogs. That's the actual size.
Is the size of the frogs?
And they make a song just like a bird, sounds just like a bird singing.
Wow. It was that size. I saw something smaller than that in Michigan.
Really?
They're just born. They come out.
Well, these are full grown. They call them a toki.
Out by our house, there's frogs maybe about that big.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot smaller
It
than that.
is.
We saw some that were about the same size as the...
I can remember over in Great Falls, and I was just a very small child, going to walk with a woman that was taking care of me. It was raining, and there was tiny little frogs jumping all over the sidewalk, all
We
over.
went in this one place and they had
Like
this
a-
tape
They
going, and I
had
thought
just
it was
had
a bird.
stout, you
I
know,
thought
and
it
they
was
were just having a
in a
good
cage
time in the
somewhere.
rain. And you had to be careful, you'd step on them, you know.
Frog singing.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot
I
of
wish I'd
them,
have
ours
bought a
ran
tape
over a lot
because
of
it
them.
was really pretty.
And I never forgot that.
They
And
were
then
stone tapes?
they used to say it was raining frogs, you know, of course, kids, you know, they'd kid us kids and everything, say that rain brought the frogs down, but that wasn't it. They were just newly hatched out, you know, and they was really jumping all over. Tiny little frogs.
Did you ever have too many grasshoppers? Did that ever come through your?
They did here once.
We used to have, yeah, a lot.
They did here once when we were in Spain. They had the spray for them. I wasn't
Uh-huh.
here at the time, but
Yeah.
the whole country they sprayed with planes.
Sometimes you hear in the Midwest how the locusts or the
Mhm.
grasshoppers just go through
Oh.
like a wave, you know.
Oh, this, they say it even clouds the sun almost. They all fly at the same time, you know, and it shades the sun. There's such a cloud of them, you know. And boy, they can sure eat the green stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they go through, why, boy, you can sure tell everything just...
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at a grasshopper's mouth when you get him up close? He's got quite a jaws on him, I mean, mouth on him.
They can
I-
chomp a lot of grass with
I can
those
see
jaws.
where they would, you know, yeah. Yeah, that's really something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and pack my stuff up? Just throw it in the bag there.
Have you noticed in the news and all in the world now how the Pope of Rome's getting a foothold in the United States?
Yeah, he's popular with the people, the leaders too, you know.
Oh yeah, and that, why, it's as false can be.
Yeah.
And I'm reading a book there. This priest was 50 years in the Catholic Church, and the stuff that went on there, and it does go on, but it's not as bad now, I guess, as it used to be. But boy, they're just a bunch of drunkards and cruel. They're so cruel, you know, if they don't get their way. But this was in Canada, and they were worse in Canada, the French Catholics, you know. And this guy was in Canada, and he put out he never wrote this book until after he got out of the church. He became a Protestant. And they just couldn't say enough against the Protestants. And if they knew this priest was reading the Bible, boy, I tell you, they really got after him.
Mm.
They want to interpret it the way they do, and it all goes to their church. It says there's no salvation outside of the Catholic Church. And he taught people that. And boy, I tell you, when he came out of that, he was sure one happy man, because he always believed in the Bible. His mother did, and read the Bible, and he got more comfort out of the Bible than any of their literature, you know. Because it all, church is everything there, you know. He loved his church, I mean, as far as the church concerned. He wanted to be a good Christian, and he was. But he would not do the things that some of the Catholics did, and he was reprimanded for it.
Mm.
Well, I was in Catholic orphan's home for months. When my parents separated, in those days they didn't have a juvenile court to keep the kids in, you know, until the parents knew what to do with them. So they put them in an orphan's home. And boy, I tell you, the things I saw going on there, and I remember as a child, I was just a little child. Nothing Christian about it at all. They wanted me to get down and kiss the floor and kiss the devil, and I wouldn't do it. Boy, I really got punished for it. I wasn't know I was kiss no devil. I ran away twice. They always found me, but boy, I got punished for that too.
Get going.
I don't think I'll take them. It'll be too warm in my coat, and I can put that over my knee.
And I've got the car parked out front, so.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're opening it for me to stick,
Oh, you're gonna get one last shot.
Oh
aren't you?
yeah.
This old lady. You know, It's funny. Since I got old, I've had a lot of problems, a lot of complexities in my life. You could always get over them, you know, they improve. But when you get old, there's nothing you can do about old age. You can't. You just get older and you gotta cope with it.
Yeah.
It's really,
Well, you're coping as well as anybody I've ever seen.
oh, I don't know. I like to work, I like to do things, and when I can't do things I want to do, it's really, it's sad, really.
Yeah.
There's no use fighting it because, you know, that's the way it's supposed to be, I guess.
That's right.
I'm just thankful I'm not like a lot of them in the nursing homes, you know, and crippled and things like that. I've got that to be thankful for.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard for the people around me to have to put up with my irregularities, I guess you call it. Here she doesn't even have a coat and I'm freezing.
Hello. I can tell you got it on because I can see that red light.
All right. No. Well, thanks, Carolyn. I guess this is where we part.
I guess so.
We'll see you maybe in a
Next
few
time.
weeks
Yeah, that'd be nice
if we
you
come
could
out.
come
Bring
up.
the whole gang.
Yeah, see the lambs.
Your dog's out here.
I guess whoever, a tree that has all these little berries on it, and they fall on my car.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
Huh.
But I just, too bad, I don't know. So I didn't get it washed.
Well,
Well, you tell all the family hello
Yes.
for us. We
I
missed
will.
them.
okay.
Have a good trip home.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you boys for helping me.
Thanks for helping us a lot.
Sweeping the floor.
One of them swept the floor. You were
Yeah.
sleeping when that was going
Oh,
on.
oh.
Yeah.
And Lincoln helped me run that can opener. I'll
Yeah.
try to get it mastered by the time you come back.
When have we ever had a young man sweep our floor for us?
It's been a while.
Well, I hope it's not the last time.
Well,
That's his job now. Yeah.
Well, he checked it on me.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yes,
Yep.
you know that.
And also, Dad, next on the lampstand, there's funeral clippers. Are those theirs, right?
There's there.
Okay.